Every day, over 6.5 billion people around the world go about their daily lives. People whose color, culture, occupation or lifestyle sometimes appear so very different that on the surface they may seem to have very little in common. Yet they inhabit the same planet and breathe the same air. They share a common humanity. It is this common humanity that the 2,500-year-old faith of Buddhism embraces and reveres. Every single person alive today is unique, and each person's life has limitless possibilities. Yet our world is filled with conflict and suffering. Buddhism came into being as a response to human suffering, and to enable men and women to reveal their full potential. Some perceive Buddhism as a solitary, meditative religion, but the Buddhism practiced by the members of the global lay organization, SGI, Soka Gakkai International, is dynamic, yet grounded in the realities of daily life.
Buddha means enlightened one, enlightened to the true nature of life. The Buddha, Shakyamuni, was born a prince in the subcontinent of India 2,500 years ago. The four universal sufferings, in the shape of birth, old age, sickness and death, shocked the young Shakyamuni, and he set out from his palace determined to find a solution. After a long, austere search, he had the enlightened realization that our inability to grasp the true nature of life was at the root of human suffering. Through learning how to access life's unlimited potential, humanity could transcend suffering and establish a solid, indestructible happiness. Shakyamuni traveled around India for many years, sharing his enlightened wisdom. His numerous orally transmitted teachings, known as sutras, recorded after his death, spread throughout Asia, transforming the lives of millions of people. But in time, Shakyamuni's teachings became fragmented and ritualized, often losing sight of the original intention of Buddhism, to alleviate suffering. In 13th century Japan, a young priest called Nichiren began to question why people suffered, and why social oppression and natural disasters continued to occur in a society that upheld the Buddhist faith. He studied all the available sutras in search of the essence of Shakyamuni Buddha's teachings, and found what he was looking for in the life-affirming philosophy of the Lotus Sutra. The roots submerged in the depths of a muddy pond are capable of producing the pure lotus flower. Likewise, all human beings, according to the Lotus Sutra, equally possess the pure life state of Buddhahood. A Buddha is not a transcendent being, but an ordinary person, able to challenge and overcome their own and others' suffering through manifesting wisdom, courage, compassion, and vitality. To enable all people to activate this state of Buddhahood, Nichiren established the practice of chanting the phrase Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, which he identified as being the expression of the fundamental law of life. He was adamant that chanting it would release the vast potential dormant in the heart of every single person, improving their own lives and the lives of other people. Nichiren's efforts to empower ordinary people and free them from suffering angered the feudal authorities, and he endured a lifetime of persecution. But his conviction in the Lotus Sutra and Nam-myoho Renge-kyo never wavered.